Hello everyone and welcome to Captain's video vlog. We are Wednesday, May the 25th, 2016. It's actually Thursday, middle of the afternoon. It's like 3 p.m. So why exactly am I filming just now instead of, any time before, especially during the night as I usually do? Well, there was a problem with the internet. What kind of problem? Well, it's fairly easy to explain. There was no internet. At one point, our router turned off, and when it turned on again, it remained on its screen that said the name of the ISP. As some routers do. Oh God, this was really bad. I was already pretty tired when this happened, and the fact that the only stimulus that I could see, that I could really register with my brain was the light of the the living room. That's never kept me from falling asleep before. There was no sound because, well, internet turned off, so I didn't have TV and I wasn't watching anything on the computer anyway. So I fell asleep before I could do anything about it. When I woke up, I decided to turn it off because I thought that maybe it was related to the power outage we had yesterday in the afternoon. I don't know. It seems that it worked. I let it off just while it was cooling down, so I can tell you if they did anything. But that's really funny because they're saying that there's a problem on the network. There's this whole thing about the problems on the network. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go on the internet through my data because I have a data plan, but I don't want to waste it. It's still uploading one video of at least 500 megabytes if I am lucky enough. It's still a lot because I don't have. I've seen people talking about having 50, 5 and 0. I mean, even 15 would be a huge thing. But 50, Jesus Christ, I would only upload through my data plan with 50 gigs a month. I have like 3 or 5. I don't use it a lot, and I know that it doesn't stack. It doesn't stack up every month, but still, I like it the way it is. Yeah. So, it seems that it works, and through the little internet tool, the online tool that our ISP gives us to know if there's something wrong at a national level or at a more local level, told us that nothing was wrong. So yeah, thanks a lot. I cannot emphasize enough how lucky we are that we have two things that contradict themselves, and and yet I have no internet, so you cannot tell me that nothing is wrong. Talking about things that contradict themselves, the press, all the press. How do I love the press? So there's this huge strike here in France about the labor bill. Something that the government wants to make to force it into our mouths and our lives, and the most people don't want to hear about it. Like an opinion poll has been made recently, and the results were published like yesterday or this morning. 69% of the people in France are against that bill, and yet everyone in the press is only running stories about how the unions by blocking, the the electricity and the petrol and everything are taking us hostage. I, I mean, for starters, I don't give a fuck because I mean that's kind of a thing when you don't move from your house or you don't have the driver's license. You're not really paralyzed by this whole thing. The only thing that I have to move is my motorcycle. Not even a motorcycle, my bicycle. I don't even have the thing to drive a motorcycle. Um, that's, I mean, until recently, yeah. Until recently, if you had the driver's license, you automatically had the right to drive a motorcycle. So, all right, okay, why not? So everyone, and I mean everyone in the media, everyone that writes these pieces where they speak their mind. Oh, taking us hostage. Oh, it's not gonna change the lives of anyone. They have their heads so far up their asses that they don't realize just how huge the gap is between them and most of the working class. Um, the fact that most of the things that have been accomplished in France and probably in other countries too to make the lives of the people a little bit better have been accomplished through blocking the country is well is the fact that they are against something that could make a huge deal, a huge impact. I mean, in 36, I'm fairly sure that during the strikes of 1936, they wouldn't have been so, extreme in what they said because being against a general strike at the time was pretty much being with the Nazis, because with the far right who were very nationalistic and kind of, I mean, ideologically at least, because obviously when you're a nationalist, you're not gonna side with other countries when they're also nationalist and probably xenophobic. So yeah, in 1936, the whole left was, following the strikes. In 1968, it started with, well, workers and students, pretty much like this one. And sure, people were criticizing, but we got a huge deal of stuff from that, you know. The only problem, the only issue with this current strike, it seems, is that the workers' union, who is spearheading the movement, seems to be one that's losing ground to their concurrents, even though there shouldn't be really concurrents when this kind of thing is of the matter, and that the workers' union are usually left wing, and the government is also supposed to be a left wing, and nobody isn't listening to anybody, and the prime minister is saying, paralysis and hostages. Oh, look, they have this paper, this flyer, and it has some dynamite, and we're in the middle of the state of emergency. Look at those, they are social terrorists. No, it doesn't work like that. when people want to defend their rights, you shouldn't be saying that, and most of the opinion is agreeing with them, even though they might not be agreeing with their methods. You shouldn't be so far, so fast to go as far as say, "Oh, what's next? Civil war? Cold to arms?" Ah. At least that wasn't said in the press. Wasn't that was said in a tweet. That's not much better if you if you really want my opinion on that. That's not much better. Um, but yeah, if we hadn't had the social struggle ever since we had the right to go on strike, something that's pretty much guaranteed by this little thing called the civil code. Uh, oh, we would probably still be working for as many hours as the boss wants, in the conditions as shitty as the boss wants. The all the bad things about capitalism, pretty much. Yeah. What can I talk about, really? I'm closing on 12 minutes, so I started playing Minecraft again yesterday, and this is kind of the game that is very, very, very boring when you're playing on your own. But it also helps going through a fuck lot of time, because like I played for like 3 hours and was like, I didn't play that much. I didn't accomplish anything really. And that's kind of the thing, sometimes I'm watching let's plays, gameplays of videos of people playing Minecraft like a legit way, and they're forced to go, all over the place to make some content, because in 15 minutes you don't have the room for lots of content. It's kind of sad, really. Yeah. At least when I had this problem with the internet, at least I had been able to watch NXT, which was a very good episode. The Mighty O'Neill might have lost their debut match against Gargano and Ciampa, but they looked fucking strong. Austin Aries challenge. No, it wasn't really a challenge. Austin Aries was pissed that guys like Nakamura were hogging the spotlight, and said that whoever wins between Samoa Joe and Finn Balor at Takeover, he would be one of the next guys to be crowned NXT champion. And Nakamura was like, "No, the title is not for the great, is for the King of Strong Style." And William Regal was like, "Hey, tag team was great. You know what's even better? Making you fight. Oh boy, it's fucking great." And Nia Jax is the number one contender for Asuka's women's championship. I don't know what exactly happened to Bayley, but it seems to come from her match against. Oh no, she was injured before, I think. Depends on when the tapings occurred and when her injury happened. But yeah, she's injured and she can't go for the title, and she probably isn't set to go up. Either way. Sorry, which is kind of sad, really. Bayley is the last remaining woman of the first batch, if you can say so, of NXT trained women performers. Everyone has pretty much gone up or gone away, and Bayley is the only one who's kind of in a transition, because she had to have her feel good moment to be the face of the women's division, but now she needs to go up and be the face of the WWE women's division with Charlotte and Becky Lynch and Paige and oh god, I'm forgetting someone. There's Emma, Sasha Banks, who's still sidelined somehow. She got concussed in a match because of the referee. Sounds weird to me. So anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching. Oh boy, 15 minutes. That's been a long time since I crossed that line. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Oh, just in time for me to sneeze. God damn it.